New developments today in the aftermath of a student ICE protest that ended with 5 teenagers under arrest and a local police chief at the center of controversy. Video of this incident quickly went viral online. Several of the students arrested during this chaotic ICE protest in Quakertown went before a judge today, and at least one had the most serious charges withdrawn from the case, but others are set to go back before a judge as the case moves through the legal process. NBC 10's Deanna Durante has been following this story since it broke. She joins us now live from Doylestown.
Defense attorneys say these juveniles should never have faced criminal charges in the first place. That being said, 4 of them, their cases have been continued. One of them entered into an agreement with the district attorney's office to have the serious charges, the felonies, dropped. And then that juvenile will also be on 6 months probation. His attorney says once that's over, the other charges, misdemeanors, will be expunged from his record.
In my view, it's a huge win for him.
Don Souter says the offer his client took will not have him admitting any guilt in the case. His felony charges are dropped, and for a short time, the teen will be on probation. Once finished, his record will be clean.
He'll be subject to supervision by his probation officer just to track his progress, attending school, not getting in trouble, and doing his community service.
But he says the case that landed the 5 teens in handcuffs was avoidable in his view.
There was potential criminal culpability on the chief's part. He showed up in an unmarked vehicle with no identification indicating that he was a police officer, be it a badge, a weapon, a uniform, even a T-shirt that said police. He was in plain clothes and just charged in the middle of these group of kids that were on the sidewalk, and that was the flashpoint to set this whole thing off. Had he not been there, or had he not done that, I don't think any of these kids would be here in this courthouse today.
I represent the young lady that was put in the chokehold.
Defense lawyer Tim Pendergrass is pushing trial for his client. At this point, he says this is a case of defense on the part of the protesters.
Our position is that this matter should have been dismissed from the beginning. We still believe, I believe particularly in my client's facts, that she is a victim and not an aggressor. I think all the evidence will bear that out.
Pendergrass says the kids involved didn't know Scott McElry and didn't know he was the Quakertown police chief. Multiple investigations have occurred here. Defense attorneys are tracking down information they say they will present to the court to have their cases against their clients resolved. The DA is investigating the actions that day, including how the police chief handled himself. Lawyers say while that protest was occurring,
2 or 3 other vehicles that were following them the whole time, making some really menacing, insulting, racially insensitive comments over and over again, blowing air horns, like being very, very disruptive. And in my view, had the police interceded sooner and sort of held that group of vehicles back and just let the kids do their thing, we probably wouldn't be here today.
Now, those juveniles all were released from their house arrest. They had been on ankle monitors. Those were removed. Defense attorneys say that that's good. They can start getting back to some of their normal activities here. And they also question the length of time that the investigation by the district attorney's office has been taking. They say that's been 4 weeks since this protest happened. Their clients were charged within hours of the protest. However, at this point, the district attorney's office still not talking about that investigation, its findings, or where the case stands at this point. Reporting live in Doylestown, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.